Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to the young Muslim readers. Read a child a story in the month of Ramadan. I will be reading to you a book called A Child Like You, the childhood story of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a book written by Eniola Shakiro Olajobi. A long time ago in faraway Arabia, in a city called Mecca, a child was born to the people of Quraysh, a child like you. This child was called Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His mother was Amina and his father Abdullah. One day, just before Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born, his father set out on a journey to Sham. He fell ill on his way and stopped at his uncle's place in Yathrib, where he later died. When Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born, he was taken care of by Suwaiba, who was the maid servant of his uncle. Later, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was taken to Sa'd, another city in Arabia, where he was suckled and cared for by Halima. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam grew up with Halima's children, Abdullah, Anisa, and Shaima. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was meek, mild, and gentle with his graceful smile. He won the love of all around him, yet he was just a child like you. When Muhammad was 2 years old, Halima had to take him back home to his mother, Amina, but Halima had gotten so fond of little Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that she didn't want him to go. She pleaded with Muhammad's mother to allow her take him back, and Amina agreed. So Halima returned to Sa'd with Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She loved him so dearly because he was such a lovely boy. He never caused any trouble, even though he was just a child like you. By and by, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam became even of better behavior. He was neither too rough in his play nor too quiet. He never told lies and was always ready to tell the truth, not minding what would happen as a result. He was still a child, just like you. By the age of 4, little Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam finally returned home to his mother, Amina. Even at home, he was loved by all. He had the fear of Allah in his heart and never did anything that would displease his creator. He was always ready to learn things. He was just a child like you. One day, Amina traveled with Muhammad and her maid, Aymana, to Yathrib. Traveling in those days was hard and difficult, so Amina fell ill at a place called Abwai, just before Yathrib, and died. Little Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was left without a father or mother. Aymana returned to Mecca with Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was just 6 years old, and took him to his grandpa, Abdul Muttalib. Abdul Muttalib loved his grandchild dearly and took great care of him. By Allah's grace, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam showed very good character. He helped to run errands and carry luggage. He was never rude to anyone and showed respect to all, though he was still a child just like you. Abdul Muttalib, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's grandpa, was fast becoming old and feeble, so it took Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to his uncle Abu Talib to live with him. Just afterwards, Abdul Muttalib died. So again, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam found himself in a new place. His uncle and his wife, Fatima, loved him dearly because of his good character. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam helped out at home and was never lazy. He was also very careful. He never took other people's things without asking. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was though a child like you. He never complained about anything. Whatever he was given, he would say thank you. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam always shared his things with those who didn't have. He was humble and was never proud. Even as a child, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never made fun of people. Instead, he showed mercy and was always ready to help. Whatever is good, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam would do. Whatever is bad, he would never do. Yet he was just a child like you. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam continued this way till he grew up into a fine young lad. He was named Al-Amin because he never cheated and everyone trusted him. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam loved Allah dearly and would only do what Allah wants. So Allah in turn loved him and made him the best of mankind. He gave him the best place in Al-Jannah, a garden where everything good can be found. A garden where people never fall sick or die. A garden where there's so much to eat and drink. A garden where there's so much fun to have. You too can live in this garden forever. However small you or die. A garden where there's so much to eat and drink. A garden where there's so much fun to have. You too can live in this garden forever. However small you are. If you are good like Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, remember that he was just a child like you. Thanks for joining me in reading this story to you, A Child Like You, written by Eniola Shakira Olajobi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.